Chris,
There's
I'm not
nobody
even.
here.
We're not even gonna say anything.
There's nobody here.
I'm not even
There's
gonna say
no need
anything.
to- They're all in the other one.
Oh. Is anybody in here yet? Nope.
No.
Nope. Hey, Travis Smith is in here. He's back. All right. I think we're back. Chris. We're good now. I'm positive of it. Tyler did close the streaming app. I saw it happen. I knew as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, we can stop talking. Maxwell is at war trying to watch this pod. Also, Tyler, he's now disconnected. Apparently, when you go back and restream the podcast, Chris, the comments don't go through live like they used to. So we got to figure that out too. I'm sure that's a setting somewhere. We're gonna get Tyler on that, and yeah. So
Well, we better start
Make
talking
sure-
about sports before something else happens.
for sure. But before we talk about sports, we got to talk about the guy that pays the bills. Thankfully, he does.
I hope he didn't watch tonight.
Thankfully, he does because, he's the man for us. John Woodley, JW Weaponry, the premier gun store of the South, where they are always loaded.
Whew, yes, sir. John Woodley, man. Great guy, awesome guy. He's busy, man. He's really, really busy, but he's a exceptional guy. Yeah, not yet.
No. I was just saying if it would work.
Exceptional guy.
May or may not.
Does an outstanding job at their store, family owned and operated for a long time now, over a decade. So go see them. They support us. We really, really appreciate if you support them. Tell them we sent you. Get your discount on everything but ammunition or things that are already discounted. Somebody tried that. Can't hate the hustle.
Nope, but it
it's
doesn't work.
already marked down. We can't take it down another 5%. So
That's right.
go see them. If you do not have time to go see them, you just want to talk to them and figure out if they have something in stock or if they can get something in stock, Joey, you can call them at
386-243-8587 is the number to JW Weaponry. That is 386-243-8587. Man, Chris,
whew, buddy, that was a rough 13 minutes right there.
that was a very rough 13 minutes.
I've had some frustrating 13 minutes in my life, but that one right there is close to the top. Yeah, I'm going to read Tyler's comment.
Tyler said, I love you guys. Sitters, the amount of hurdles the boys jumped through tonight to go live is serious. Share the show with a friend.
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
I think we have the audio now, so we won't embarrass you if you show it to a friend.
Let's hope.
We actually have good content to talk about tonight in the middle of April, which is not always a real thing.
It is not always a
But
real
thanks,
thing.
Nico, we have something.
That's right.
Joey,
Yeah.
make sure people like it, subscribe it,
Hit that bell for
click
notifications.
the bell. Tyler, I hope he's still around.
He is. He's definitely around.
I talked to some people that, like Doug Peeler, for example. He has the notifications turned on, but he does not get a notification from YouTube. I told him probably in his phone he has YouTube notifications turned off, most likely.
Has to go to settings.
So
Yep.
probably have to go to settings and turn those on.
Allow
It
push
should work
notifications.
if you
Yeah.
have the bell pushed.
Yep. One more
Notification
time.
gang.
Front Porch Sitting. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Definitely do all that. Oh, Chris, how's your
Yeah.
week been, buddy?
Well, it's been good, man. It's been good. Tyler said, if you don't love me at my FPS on 4/16/25, you deserve me at my best.
You don't deserve me at my
Yeah, you
best.
don't deserve me
Yeah,
at my
yeah,
best.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
sorry.
I'm with that. Tyler Rolfe, we appreciate you, buddy.
Week's been good though, man. Week's been really good. Me had surgery, a little minor surgery on Monday. Is Travis? Anyways, everything went fine.
Is he in our show notes? Is that what he is?
That's what I was trying to figure out. But yeah, no. So she did well. It's kind of harder on us probably. I tell you, one of the tougher parts was she wants to get up and eat breakfast.
Oh,
Surgery wasn't until noon.
you can't eat
We
breakfast.
had to be there like at 10. We had to leave at like 8. Make sure we're there. She's up at 6:30 and wants something to eat and drink.
Like now, and doesn't understand.
She knows what no means, but
Right. Oh, 100%.
But why is it no? For 4 years of my life, it's always been yes.
Get up, get breakfast. That's what we do with our life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So that was tough. That was challenging. We just had to kind of like steer her and avoid that conversation to get in the car. And once we got in the car, we were okay. But Travis said he saw the picture. She walked back like a champ, like a boss.
Yeah, she did.
She really did. Mom's not good at that, so that had to be a dad thing. That's tough for dad, but it made dad happy that she went back and did what she did, like on her own.
Good stuff.
Proud moment of my child, Joey.
That's right.
Did you have a proud moment of your child here recently?
I did. Benton officially signed his national letter of intent. He actually signed it a couple of weeks back, but
Yes.
had his signing on Tuesday, which feels like a million years ago.
Literally yesterday.
It was literally yesterday. We were talking about it just before we came out here, and it feels like it was so long ago, but it was a little over 24 hours ago now.
Yeah.
Really, really cool for us.
Yeah.
All the way around. It was special for the entire Edge family.
Awesome.
Yourself and Brian Allen did a really good job of just shedding light on Benton and making the moment about him, and it was awesome. Appreciate you and Coach Allen for sure.
Absolutely. Love the kid. Whenever he told us, hey, last Wednesday, actually, he's like, hey, I need you to speak for me. I was like, say less. So
Yeah.
Pretty easy to talk about someone that you care about. So
Yeah. Like I said, you guys did a wonderful job of that.
you did too, man. You held it together. I loved your role there. You approached it more from a coach
I tried.
rather than a father, and that was probably challenging, but it was impressive. But it also helped you keep it together.
So that's so I said it in my speech. Like when he asked me to do it, I was like, why me? Because I know me. Like I used to not be very emotional at all, and the older I get, the like I get a lot more emotional now, especially when it comes to the kids.
Yeah.
But I knew that it was going to be an issue, and I didn't want to be up there
Yeah.
doing that.
It's pretty full crowd.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, right?
It wasn't just a few people in there.
No. And so when he asked me, I knew that was the deal, and he really did say, you've coached me the longest. Like,
Yeah.
who else would I ask? And I was
Right.
like, yeah, I'm with you. And then when Coach Allen said the stuff that he said, and talked about some of the hard times, and then that turned into some of the bonding moments and stuff like that. And then you talked about everything that you talked about, which is basically that we're family, and
Yeah.
because we are.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, when you started handing me the mic, I about lost it then, and I was like, no, pull it together. And I changed my direction because I was going coach dad. I was doing both.
Yeah.
And when I got up there, I went more coach because
Yeah.
I knew if I went dad, it was
Yeah,
it was
you
gonna
don't-
be bad. There was moments in because I had it all written out, like bullet points.
Yeah.
Not necessarily written out, but bullet points of things I wanted to touch on, and I skipped a few of them because, like I said, I it was going to be tough.
Yeah.
Emotionally for me.
Absolutely.
But it was man, it was a good day, a great day, not a good day. It was a great day. Also, Trace McKenzie being there, congratulations to him.
Congrats to him too.
East Florida State College. Tyson Ellis is the guy that recruited him there. So
Shout out to
yeah,
the boys, man.
shout out for the boys. And
Big
then,
day.
I don't know if this picture's gonna work. We're gonna find out. Look at that. It's working. It's not. It's it's good enough.
Yeah, there we go.
It's good enough. Right there, my guy, Coach Martinez, Benton, and then myself.
Cool moment, man.
The coolest. Really, really was one of the cooler moments. Yeah, super excited about it. So there it is.
Absolutely. Cool. So speaking of like signing a scholarship, right? National letter of intent. I think it's an easy segue into. You want to go Nico?
I think let's go Nico.
Let's go
I think,
Nico,
I think
man.
that's the biggest story going right now, and especially in college sports.
It's massive. It's massive.
It is.
It's massive because it's like unprecedented.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just brand new. NIL is still very new, but this whole I don't know what you want to call it, like a holdout, if you will. Like
I think that's what you almost have to call it.
Maybe not even holdout. It's almost like a hostage type of situation. Like we're gonna hold. Like I'm quarterback one, and now in today's landscape, like the next guy isn't. They spend all their money on one.
Right, you have to.
So if I know I'm the one,
Yep.
and there's not necessarily somebody right behind me that's as good as me in my eyes, it definitely don't get the same amount of money as me
Right.
in my eyes, then I guess maybe you may see more of it. I think maybe you maybe won't. You want to lay it out for people?
Yeah, I mean, so here's the deal. Nico Iamaleava.
That's actually better than I would have done.
I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Tennessee's quarterback, scheduled to make like $8 million over the first 3 years of his time at Tennessee, is the alleged number. I don't know that anybody truly knows that for sure.
That's what I say. Let's preface it with we feel good about what we're about to say, but we obviously aren't in that circle.
Yeah.
And I think anyone that says they know for sure figures and exactly what happened, I think they may be stretching it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think between the two of us, we're sourced well enough and we read enough, and we obviously read people who are sourced well enough,
right,
to where we can have this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to preface that. We don't know anything written in stone.
So this year was scheduled to make like 2-point-something million, according to the previous contract, NIL contract that he signed.
It's a contract.
Yeah, I guess that's exactly what it is.
Legal, it's a legal contract.
Yeah. And so, Jake, what up, buddy? You missed all the show earlier, but it's okay. You're here for the good stuff
to watch
now.
later. Trust me. First 10 minutes electric.
Anyways, so Nico's supposed to make 2 something. He wants to make more. He feels like he deserves more. He feels like he deserves 4. So he says right before the spring game, I'm not coming to practice. I'm not playing in the spring game. I need more money. In a nutshell.
Yeah. He did not go to meetings. Yes.
Um,
So let's stop there. Let's pause. Let's pause there.
Yeah.
And we'll go back and read the comments, and you and me can have a conversation, and we'll go back and catch y'all's comments. I promise we won't ignore them. We're gonna go get them, throw them in there. Like Jared had a good comment. We'll get there. I think it's interesting, but Joey, let's pause and let's start on: is he worth that much money?
No.
Okay.
The very simple answer is no.
Yes. So my idea, my opinion is, I didn't think when they signed him out of high school that he was worth 8 over 3.
Me either. I don't think any high school kid is. So.
No, I don't either. I don't think the return on investment is there. I really just don't. And I don't. I'm sorry. I just don't think that value is there.
Me either. I'm with you.
Now, people will push back and say that his value is whatever someone is willing to pay.
Right.
And you are right. And that's fine.
And obviously.
And I think you're a fool for that. Not you, but whoever wants to pay that money.
Right.
I think to me, that's crazy.
Same.
However, if that's the market, then that's the market. I think the issue that I have is, Travis alluded to it. Actually, he didn't allude to it. He just said it. Tennessee, a couple of the players on Tennessee, including Nico, before the bowl game, almost held the staff at ransom. Like, we need more money. We want more money, or we're not playing. And I'm guessing, I don't know this, but I'm guessing, you have those stats there for that game? I know you had them. I'm giving you a minute to find them.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm guessing Tennessee ponied up and paid so that way those guys would play. And the whole idea was, y'all paid us over the course of a season. Like, our contract was over the regular season, and I believe even like the championship game. But it was not the bowl games and games that went over.
Right.
So, like, for example, the NFL have their contract is for the 12 or the 16 games, 18 games,
17,
I guess.
yeah.
17, because there's a bye week in there. So 17 games, but then they hit playoff bonuses and things like that.
Which typically isn't nearly as much as most of their contracts are.
Correct. But it is
salaries,
still a bonus because it's okay. Let's go even much smaller scale. High school football, high schools that do it right, our stipends, our supplements that we get run out after 10 weeks. They do not include the playoffs. I work harder in the playoffs than I do like on a regular week,
naturally.
for example. I still work hard, but you get the point. We get like a bonus. It is a small bonus. I'm very thankful for that bonus. But it is
I appreciate you saying that.
Minor. It is small. But we still get that bonus. So I'm assuming it was the same type of conversation. Don't like it. Kind of understand it. Don't like it, though.
Sure.
Be more thorough in your contract negotiating when you do the contract. Yes.
Right.
Like, let's cover ourselves. But in that ball game where they held their team and their coaches at ransom, Joey, what was the stat line?
Nico's stat line, he was 14 of 31 for 104 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. QBR of 61.9, not great.
Yeah.
He did have 20 carries for 47 yards and 2 touchdowns.
20 carries. They use you like a running back.
Yep. 2.4 yards per carry.
Yeah, that sounds great. Heck yeah, brother. So so now, like, fast forward, and there's some good stuff in the comments. We're gonna get to it. Jake just kind of broke the news that you told me earlier, Joey. So now we're gonna go through spring practice, and then we're gonna Nico was getting $46,000 a week, I believe. I think
Yeah,
that's
I think
what
that's
the math came out to like 46
Yeah.
and some change.
That's what the math too.
A week.
A week.
A week. Needed more. Felt like he deserved more. Put his foot in the ground. Said I'm not coming to practice. Tried to hold them at hostage again. And I'll let you jump in here. And Tennessee effectively did what?
They said, okay, no problem. That's fine. That's fine. We don't need you at practice. We don't need you in the spring game. We don't need you in the fall. Hit the portal, big dog.
We are moving on without you.
We are moving on without you.
Contract is void. You'll not receive another NIL payment from us.
Period.
I know that you don't like Tennessee, and you're not allowed to like Tennessee. I love that position. I love that stance. I love what they did.
I don't think there's a sane human in America that doesn't love what Tennessee did.
Outside of Nico's family,
Outside of Nico's family, I don't.
everyone
think
else probably loves it.
Everybody.
Chad, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
I want to know. Tell us what you think. If you're objectively, how do you feel about how Tennessee handled it?
Yeah.
Well, we'll let them answer, and we'll. I just think they kind of got bailed out, Joey. I think I saw you tweeted something today that was like, "You mean to tell me Tennessee made a mistake?" I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Tennessee made a mistake in paying you all this money. Mm-hmm. You are not who we thought you were.
Yeah.
And you're going to throw us a golden ticket lifeline and allow us to get out of it? And you think we're not going to take it?
Right?
See you, brother. Appreciate everything you've done.
Because if he just plays average down the stretch,
Yeah.
just average, he just hits open guys. That's it. Just hit. You don't have to do anything special. Just hit open guys. I don't know that they lose a game last year.
I think the roster is good enough to win most games. I won't say won't lose a game, but to win a lot.
I told everybody I could tell last year I thought that Nico was the younger version of Joe Milton, a guy that has a lot of arm talent.
Yeah, you did.
Pretty athletic, but he's not a winner. Like, he's not that guy. He'll never be that guy because that's just not who he is. He doesn't have the accuracy. He doesn't have to throw with anticipation, and his deep ball is deep and it's never accurate. So
Yeah.
he's Joe Milton. He's just a baby version of him. So yeah, for Tennessee to be able to get out of this contract with an average football player, and a problem with him, a problem with his dad specifically.
Oh, yeah?
That's a problem.
Yep.
And you're telling me I get a get out of jail free card now?
Yeah.
Let me go.
Yep.
Wash my hands with it. I'm out.
My dad said he was outside of the top 5 in the SEC, quarterback like SEC ranking, so like 6th. Travis Smith said good for Tennessee. Jake Kennedy said he loved it. My dad loved it. What did Jake say?
I loved it. I tweeted something out today talking about how the coaches have to take this stance in order to control the NIL market because there are no guardrails.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Spot on. Totally agree. Like, they all need to.
Kenny Bryant said, I hope other programs follow their lead. Yep. Luke Minshew, I love what they did. More teams need to do it, but players are doing it all over, just not on that scale.
Yeah, I know, for example, like I'm not going to say the institution or whatever, but I will say there are some programs that are almost kind of getting ahead of it in the sense of having an honest conversation and saying, hey, look, what does it take?
Right.
And now once we agree on this number, we're not doing this back and forth type thing.
Yep.
And that was the conversation of a program that you guys like, allegedly. And so I respect them for handling it that way.
Yeah.
At least that one person, they handled it that way. So I thought that was commendable. But I'm sure there are people doing it all over the place. Let's talk about Tennessee's locker room, Joey, and then we'll go up and catch some of these comments.
Yeah, because there's some good comments.
There's some really good stuff. We're about to go back up and get it.
Yeah.
So Tennessee's locker room.
Mm-hmm.
I would go out on a limb and say that galvanized that locker room.
It had to have, right?
Even if you liked Nico.
And I'm sure there are plenty of those guys.
And you could sit here and say, bro, that's outrageous. Like that is outrageous.
He didn't just quit on university. He didn't just quit on the coaches. He also quit on his boys too.
Yeah.
It's not different just because you did it your way. It's not different.
You quit.
You quit on me.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody in the locker room wouldn't respect that, honestly. Respect the way Tennessee handled it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, there is no one guy bigger than the program.
Ever.
None. I would be willing to bet you, sitters, that the donors are energized, that ticket sales maybe went up because they have pride in their university and they're glad that they handled it that way.
Yep.
And they didn't get coward and punked by a college kid that's 19, 20 years old and his family, because I think his family probably drove this issue,
1,000%.
which is tough. You know, I think the locker room is in a better position than it was when Nico was there.
Without question.
Yeah.
I mean, without question, it's got to be.
Well, think about this. If they fold and they do give Nico what he's asked, then how do you tell the next guy that comes in the door, hey,
Nah.
I want $100,000 more?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Wait, so
You
you
lo-
give it to Nico, but you won't give it to me? That's toxic. That's going to be bad in the locker room. I think they handled it how they had to handle it, but I don't think that's very common how they handled it.
No, it's not very common.
I love it.
I do too.
Love it.
I agree. I said the other day, I'm tired of them making me defend Josh Heupel in Tennessee. Don't do that anymore. I don't like it. But it's right. Like, what they did was exactly what should have happened. A
Yep.
guy comes in
Yep.
that's played average,
Okay, fine.
and
Sure.
he tries to strong arm you into giving you more money. Maybe it's because he knows he's not an NFL quarterback. Maybe he's trying to get all the money he can right now. Good for you. Go get the money if that's what you want to do. I don't care. But you're not getting it here.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen on my
You
watch.
better know when to fold.
Yes, don't
Yeah.
push all your chips when you got 2-4. Don't
Yeah.
push all your chips into the table.
If you overplay your hand and they call your bluff, like they did, Neil goes sign for 1.5 at UCLA, so significantly less money. And
In a state where everything is more expensive,
yes, sir. And does Tennessee have a state tax? I don't know.
I think they do.
Okay, California's is probably worse. They're tax.
Yes.
They tax in California, baby.
Yes.
And a worse situation.
Immensely worse situation.
So, like, what are we doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, awesome, man. Good job, man. Good job. Yeah, it's a little further. It's like, I think it was one. Jared Scott.
Yep. I want to hear what you guys think about Lanning allegedly being the whistleblower on the whole situation.
All right, so if Lanning did blow the whistle, and I don't know that he didn't, Jared's typically plugged in, so he definitely got that from something reputable. I personally don't have an issue with it. He better make sure his house is clean.
That's right.
If BA said it at Benton signing, and he gave you and Lindsay and Benton flowers. He gave you all his flowers.
He did.
That didn't come from me, by the way. But that was the first I'd heard that. But
I told some people, Shane, actually, I played golf with Shane afterwards, and I was
Yeah.
like, I was a little surprised that he went that route.
Yeah.
I love him for it.
so Benton had an opportunity to potentially maybe go play high school football at a different location other than Columbia High School, and then we'll leave it at that. I knew that. I did not say that. I'm not getting in the middle of that. Matter of fact, I told you I support you guys whatever you chose to do.
You did.
However, BA Coach Allen said that the coaching community is very small.
Right.
And so high school coaching community is rather small,
Especially here.
especially here.
Yeah.
But if you think for 1 second that coaching tree that Dan Lanning is on and the Tennessee guys are on and Georgia and Alabama, it is all very, very close. They know each other very well.
They do.
So when I say, like, you better make sure you're buttoned up at Oregon if you're going to be the whistleblower, which, again, I don't mind blowing the whistle on however it went down,
Right.
then better make sure everything's
Just make
in
sure
order.
everything's good.
Yeah, make sure the
That's
house is
it.
clean, right?
Yeah. Because you can't throw stones if you live in a glass house.
Correct. That's all I was
do
getting at with that.
Sherm said, I wish I could have made it. I wish you could have too. That was completely my fault. Told him the wrong day on accident.
Oh,
Yikes. Yeah. Anything else here? We talked about that.
Travis Smith, what did Travis say about Carson Beck? Up.
Is that this way?
Yeah. One more.
If
one
Carson
more.
Beck
Yeah.
is worth 10 for a year, that's the going rate.
That's insane. He's not getting 10.
Good for Tennessee. Nico's family
Might not be sane.
Loved it. Yep.
Yeah, pretty much got most of that. You talk and then
Here we
I'll.
go. Where's it at? Jake. Did y'all see Ryan Clark say bump the fans? They don't matter when talking about the situation on ESPN.
I did not see that. And what did he say? Did you see it?
I haven't seen it either. But that's a quote. So basically,
But what do you mean? Like the fans?
like their opinions on the situation don't matter is what I'm gathering, right? So
Well, what's their opinion? I want to know.
that they're happy now.
They're happy?
Yes.
I would assume that they're happy.
Tennessee fans are extremely happy.
So what? Ryan
So
Clark's
he-
saying
no,
that like Tennessee handled it wrong?
Yeah.
Like, forget the fans. Like,
Yeah,
they should
like
pay them.
don't listen to them. Do what's best for Tennessee. But what's best for I don't know if that's exactly what he meant. I don't know. I didn't hear it. But
I
what's
didn't
best
either.
for Tennessee is to make sure that the other 98 guys in the locker room are taken care of.
Yeah,
Or
no.
100 or 110 or how many of our other guys
A
are in that
lot.
locker room. Like, I'm not catering to one guy again, especially when he's average. I'm not.
I'm not going to speak on it because I didn't hear it. So Jake will give us more clarity on that.
Yeah.
But
The fans are the reason why players are able to be paid. That's the worst take ever. I think I agree with that.
no, I agree.
Is the Nico situation that much different than the Pyburn deal at UF? I don't think so.
I'm too close.
I don't think so.
I'm too close. No, I don't think it's too close. I will say, here's what I will say, Chuck. A little bit different. Chuck, shout out Chuck. Chuck, it's April, middle of April. Again,
We're creeping up.
I
We're creeping.
had to set a date, my guy. No, so here's, in my opinion, just my understanding of the Pyburn situation. Pyburn is a DN that was at Florida, previously at Bowles, who went and chased the bag to go to LSU. And
Yes.
LSU is paying, big time paying. Remind me to come back to LSU paying.
Okay.
I got some like a little bit of juice.
Okay.
He won't say anything about it, but he could. But he doesn't want to. Anyways, Pyburn's situation was he wanted assurances, in my opinion, or what I understand, he wanted assurances to be on the field on third down. Like he wanted, and I don't think Nico necessarily wanted assurances other than I surely want more money. Like I think Pyburn wanted opportunity. He wanted more money, of course. I think it was okay. So, in my understanding, Florida does a good job of exit interviews, and they say, "Hey, we don't want you to leave," or "Hey, you need to maybe explore that option." But it's like, if you are going to stay here, what's the number? They get to a common number, and it's like, okay, this is the number. Like, this is where we're at. We're not going to be held hostage, this, that, the other. And I think in that conversation, my understanding is that Pyburn asks to be, the player side says that he asked to be able to compete for an opportunity on third down. The media and fans ran with, he demanded to be on the field on third down. You take it however you want. That's just what I heard. And, of course, won, like, a little bit more money. But it wasn't so much where it was like Nico, who already was the guy, he touches the ball every single play. So I think that's the only difference, Chuck, is that, in my opinion, that's just my opinion. I don't know how you feel about that because you know it almost as much as I do, according to Pyburn situation.
Right. Yeah. I mean, kind of. Me and you heard a little bit different stories about that. I don't know for sure which one's correct, but either way, Nico's the more national guy, so he's going to get the bigger coverage.
It's definitely similar.
It is, at least in the ballpark of similar. Yeah.
Sure.
College football, Luke said, college football is rough when, for instance, UF beat writers have to post about the roster retention percentage. Yeah.
Yep, that's a talking point now. I can read terms, so I would give you a break.
Yep.
I think he's talking about Tennessee. I think they did it better than what I would have because at the bowl game, I would have said, "Bye, kid. Good luck with your future endeavors." Yeah.
Oh, man. Allegedly, Dan Lanning called Josh Heupel and told him Dad was shopping him around. More like, here's a heads up that this is going on. Their opinions do matter. They fund the program. The last part was of the fans.
I think the comment before that, more like,
Here's
hey,
a heads up.
Heads up.
Well,
So that plays to the point I'm saying the coaching community is very close.
Right.
Like they're going to like look out for each other. I don't know. I agree with what he said there. And his next comment might be better. Pyburn also did it at the end of the season, not trying to force your hand before the spring game.
right.
Literally holding you hostage. Like,
Literally, like, I'll play in the spring game, sure, if I get this money.
and knowing that the portal window is open, and if I don't get this money, I am gone.
Right.
That's the part I have the big issue with.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit different. I think Pyburn did it in an exit interview. And, again, conflicting reports, Joey.
Yeah.
We'll just have to agree to disagree. I trust my source on this one a great deal. A great deal. Mesnar says if you have to ask to compete for a spot, you're not like that. You're not that guy. He's a Gator fan.
I don't know if I wholly, like, fully agree with that.
I don't. Agree with that.
Because I do think that he probably should have played
More.
But I
third
thought
downs.
he played a fair amount of third downs, to be honest. I thought he played a lot of third downs.
I would want to be on the field on every single third down.
Me too. especially third.
at his position.
Especially 3rd and 11.
So like I don't want.
Not
And I
that
get.
not
I
that
get,
there was many
I
of
get.
those,
I
but-
get Florida. Like I'm not going to tell you that you're going to be on the field every single third down.
No, yeah,
But if I'm Pyburn, I'm also like, hey, if I earned a spot to be, if I'm the best pass rusher that we have,
then I need to be on the
then
field.
I need to be on the field every single third down.
Right.
I guarantee you, as Travis or any football coach in here, Chuck's in here, I bet you money, Chuck's defense coordinator at Buholtz, I bet you money Chuck has his best pass rusher on the field every single third down.
Guaranteed.
It's a little different, college to high school. You have to, there are rotations and stuff like that in college, a little bit more than high school because they have more able bodies. But the best one is going to be on the field.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
100%. I'm not gonna say 100% of the time, but close. What is next for us? Are we done with Nico?
I mean, I think I'm done with Nico. Chad, are you guys done with Nico? I think Tennessee did what was right. I think it's a unique situation. I don't think we've ever experienced it before. I mean, not like this.
Not to this magnitude. Yeah.
Yeah, not like this. I think he was overpaid in the first place. I think
Same.
Dad overplayed the hand, and I think it's unfortunate. I think there may be another conversation for another day that, like, the advice these guys get is the advice these guys get may not necessarily be the best advice. Newton said, "Cheetah, that's our third down package, baby.
Yeah.
When you see that coming, we're
Going fast.
coming to get you."
I think just in a general sense, I had this in here kind of, but we're gonna do it a different way. I think just in a general sense, I think that anytime a parent or a family member, say an uncle, is in charge of like your representation, if that's your representation, it typically doesn't end well for you because typically they don't have your best interest at heart. They have our best interest at heart.
Right.
And typically what happens from there is something stupid. Something stupid usually happens from there. So my advice to anybody that has that opportunity is get actual representation if you're going to do it. Like don't let your dumbass dad do it. That's my advice. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I
didn't mean to say that word.
I agree with that. I think like maybe we're like a little bit too greedy there. Maybe like I don't know.
Jared said, "What about UCLA's locker room? Is it bad for them?" I don't think it is. I think he can come into there with a clean slate.
Because of how they got him.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it's bad for their locker room.
I'm not going to say it's good though.
No. So it could be okay and it could be bad. It could be either way. I think it depends on Nico and how he comes in and addresses the situation.
Bingo.
If he comes in and he's an arrogant little poopy head,
Yeah.
then yeah, no, it probably won't be good for UCLA's locker room. They're not a great football program anyways, so they need every positive they can get. But if he comes in and he's a team first guy and he does things the right way and he leads by example, then I don't think it's as bad as it could be.
Yeah, I agree with that. Here's a different little opinion or angle here to think about the UCLA thing. UCLA has a pretty large percentage of Polynesian kids on their roster.
Uh-huh.
Nico is a Poly.
Right.
Those guys stick together like crazy. Like
Right.
it's insane.
That's a
It's
valid
like a
point.
brotherhood. It's like a bond.
Yeah.
So like you said, I think as long as he comes in and works, puts his head down,
Yeah.
takes his $1.5 million, which is under actually the market for a Power 4 quarterback.
Right.
If he does those things, I think he'll be fine because of the locker room that he's coming into. He'll be accepted a little bit easier. That's kind of where he's from. I think it'll be easier to overlook the disaster that was Tennessee.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
it does.
Okay.
Yep, 100%.
There's some potential shade down in the bottom for you if you keep going down.
Can't wait. It is kind of ironic that Tennessee was the program that sued the NCAA over this player, and he burned them. LMAO.
Hate that for him.
Trav said that's when you run trap.
He was talking about on third down. He said you can
Yeah.
bring all the speed you want. He's kicking out. Down, kick out. So
Couldn't have happened to a better program, according to Curtis Mesnard.
shout out Mesnard, man.
I know. I miss Mesnard.
I missed
man.
that guy, man.
He's supposed to come to an episode, sit right there on that couch
Yeah,
at some
and
point,
bring a heck of a guest.
and bring a great guest.
We're gonna do it.
We need to make it happen.
We're gonna do it.
Newton said, "Got to make people get certified and make these kids go through certified agents at this point." Don't hate it. So Joey is not handling NIL for his kid. Heard it here first. You absolutely are correct. I will not.
No, but his uncle is me. Oh, we're
Brother.
not getting played.
I'm not smart enough for it. If
No,
he
me
ever
either.
gets to that point in life where he needs that, we'll find somebody who is smart enough. It won't be me. And I'm selfish. I'll tell you right now, I'm selfish.
Yes, sir.
So I won't have his best interest. I'll have our best interest. I just said all that. I'm no different than anybody else.
You're right.
He won't have to renegotiate for playoff money this year. Nope.
Nope.
Marty said, "What happened to college sports? It sucks."
Man, we said it 3 years ago.
It's been longer than that now.
Yeah, I mean, we said. I know we need to go. I'll go
I
back
just said that I'm not a very smart person.
Neither.
I just said it. But we called
But
this.
even-
I'm telling you, we throw darts a fair amount now.
Yes.
We
yeah.
hit the bullseye with that one.
We nailed it.
Not the 25, the double 25.
Double 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. 50.
That's called a 50.
50.
That's in the red.
No, we did. It was like it was just too easy to see. I mean, we weren't the only ones.
No.
It was just so easy.
But it was
We were early.
the way we said it. Yes.
It went exactly how we said.
I
It's
feel
out of
very
control-
intelligent for that.
Out of control. That was one of our best takes.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go to. You want to go spring games or Masters?
I want to go retire from the jerseys.
Let's do it.
That's where I want to go.
But you know who has the best jerseys if you need them?
Who's that?
Brian Sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's gonna print them, or he's got some already made stuff there. He's got some LeBron James jerseys and Michael Jordan jerseys up there if you want them.
Yep.
He's got everything. He really does. Whatever you need. He's kind of the GOAT when it comes to this kind of stuff. He's got it all. He'll do anything. The shirt. Hold on. Wait. Hold that thought. Let me get to it. I got it right there.
Throwback.
Bam. You see that shirt that I'm wearing? Brian Sports. That one that Benton's wearing? Brian Sports.
Mine's being made.
Yours is being made. But yeah, man. Brian will hook
Yeah.
you up. He'll do. He's gonna be a nice guy no matter what. Like you're just not gonna get it better. It's not gonna be a better situation for you. Go see Brian at Brian Sports for any of your sporting good needs. Doesn't matter. Shoes, shirts, hats, jerseys, baseball pants, football pads.
Order stuff.
Order something, like really anything. Go see him. If you can't go and you need to ask if he's got something, give him a call, 386-755-0570. And just ask whatever you need to ask. He's a very willing participant in literally any and everything in this community. So
Yep.
let's
Go see them, man. They support the community, but they also support us. You guys are here watching the front porch, spending your time on us, with us. We appreciate you so much. But if you have a need, go support the people that support us. That means a lot to myself and Joey.
That's right.
And Brian is hired, like, it's crazy. You work there, I work there, Benton's work there.
Hosford.
Hosford, I didn't know that. Did not know
until
Hosford
recently,
worked
last
there.
week.
It's insane. So it's been like this for a long time.
Yeah.
So go see him, man. Truly a great person.
Right. All right. Let's go to Colorado
Sorry,
retiring.
I just want to stay on
No.
college football.
I'm good. I love it. I'm really good with it.
We'll go Florida spring game after that.
Yeah. Did Florida State play a spring game?
We'll talk about it. Stay for it.
Yeah. Colorado retiring Shedeur Sanders jersey and Travis Hunter's jersey.
Okay, so can I say something?
I would love for
When
it.
I first read it, I thought it was fake. You know how you'll see the on 3, but it'll say
No
no
3?
3?
Yeah.
Like they've got me once or twice. Not to where I shared it with anyone, but where I
But
was
like first read, it was like, oh
my God.
never
Like
mind.
what?
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was. No, and then the Nico thing, I thought that was fake too. But this, I was like, this is definitely fake. I literally did a triple take. I didn't send it to anyone because I just didn't
Because
believe
it's
it.
outlandish.
What are we doing?
They're not even.
Where's Clayton Steinrook?
I don't know.
I need his opinion on this.
He was here earlier.
Well, that's
There was a lot of-
probably not his fault.
No,
honestly.
there was a lot of things going on earlier, and so
When I start talking, will you tell him to get in?
yeah.
I'll do it now. So, realistically, how long did they were there for? 2 years?
2 years.
And okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. Typically,
Yeah.
we wait some time
Time. Here's the problem
before
with
we retire.
right.
Retire means no one ever wears the number again.
Yes. Ever. It's never happening.
Right. Oh, yes, I'll do that right now. Thank you so much, Kenny.
Oh, look at Kenny.
Yes, see?
He's
All right. So
Does he need a seat? You need to sit down here.
he can be in the show for real.
Yeah.
All right, so LSU, real fast. We'll get back to Colorado's disaster. You can text him now. Did you text him already?
No. I'm
Because
got
now's
it
the
right now.
perfect time to
Yeah.
tell him to get in here. All right, literally, Pat Payton got paid a ton of money allegedly to go to LSU.
Right.
He may or may not have been back in Tallahassee within a month, begging to come back. And had a coach who is so respected in the history of Florida State co-signing it. And Mike stood on business and said, absolutely not.
Good.
No chance.
Not only no.
Not
Heck
happening.
no.
Now, if they sign him on, be upset. There you go. There's your juice. There's a little bit of juice for you, Kenny. We're Seminole fans, and we don't want him near us. So but I will tell you, there is somebody in the program, maybe more than one, that really thought we should give this kid a third chance. Because he did the whole hold people for ransom thing before anyone was really doing it.
Right.
Just not in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
And then he went out and played like he didn't care for an entire year. So I guess he did it every single week. And we still ran him out there every single week. So maybe he did it at a higher level.
All right.
True story.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Colorado.
Yeah, Colorado.
Clayton's in the chat now. We bike.
Yeah, Clayton. You got some explaining to do.
You got some explaining to do. Tell us, Clayton. Tell us about how you feel. I mean, you're a Colorado guy, born in. I don't know if you were necessarily born and raised out there, but you're a Colorado guy, Colorado sports fan.
He's the biggest Colorado fan I know.
By far, not even close.
Of all sports, Colorado.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
But while he's typing it, because there's a delay,
right.
we're going to have a conversation about it. What on earth do you think, Joey, about that?
So, and everybody said it. Jared said terrible. Shadors should never be retired, and even Hunter's let it breathe. Travis said Travis Hunter getting his retired. I can understand kinda early to do it. Anthony said Hunter won a Heisman, so maybe. Luke said Tebow doesn't even have a jersey retired. Just shows the poverty at Colorado.
Attaboy, Luke. Yes, sir.
Curtis said I think it's good that Shador had his jersey retired. 13 and 12 in 2 years or something like that each.
Yeah.
Born
Travis,
and raised in Jason.
Travis, that's a winning record. No. All right. So, Shador, no conversation.
Okay. So there's a quarterback at Colorado that was head and shoulders above everybody else in the history of the program to this day. His name was Cordell Stewart. Right?
Is his number retired?
Number is not retired. If
did
Cordell Stewart's number, and I don't know what his numbers were. I just know when I think Colorado quarterbacks, do you know who I don't think of? Anyone else. Cordell Stewart. That's it. End of
Agree.
list. And if his number's not retired, yeah, Shador doesn't get it. He just doesn't. Like, it's not. He didn't do anything significant in the program. Like, the program's not going straight up right now. They didn't go to a college football playoff. He didn't win a Heisman. Like, what did he do to deserve a number retired other than his dad's the head football coach?
All right,
And he wanted to throw his weight around.
Yeah. Let's pause on Cordell Stewart. He played in the NFL.
A long time.
NFL, 11 years.
Yeah.
Okay. 14,700 yards passing.
Yeah.
He threw, that's a lot of first downs. We don't care about that. 77 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
He rushed for over 1,000 yards. Elite player. That's in the NFL. And at Colorado, his numbers were even crazier. And still, Joey,
Yeah.
his number is not retired.
No.
But Shador is 6,400 yards passing in his time at Colorado, 33 touchdowns. He only started 3 years. He didn't start as a freshman. And then just incredible. His numbers are pretty freaking good. So
It just doesn't. It doesn't make sense. And he had to do it now because this shows me that he won't be there long.
But like, I just golly. So what is Clayton? What is he saying? Like,
Clayton said, "Don't have a problem with Hunter at all. I hate the Tebow argument. My bad. Colorado respects their greatest players. LOL."
he's not your greatest player. Oh, I guess he's saying Travis Hunter. Not Shador,
maybe
right?
he's saying Shador too. And he also said, not thinking of Sal. I don't even know this guy's last name is nuts. I can't lie. I assume that's what ICL stands for.
Jared says who? Yeah, that's my
I've never heard of her. Seriously, I don't know who she is. Jared Scott being a casual was not on my bingo card. I don't think it is the head ball coach.
Who is it then? What's Newton talking about?
He's not. It's Deion Sanders.
It is prime time is pulling that. You think the AD is doing that? If he's doing that, he's doing that at who's like bump push.
My thought is if Deion knew he was going to be there for a long time, he would delay this for a couple of years, right? I'm not going to let you have this jersey number. Like, he's in control of jersey numbers. I'm not going to let anybody have this jersey number for 2 to 3 years, and then we can retire these. But if he's not going to be there, then he has no say in that.
Man, all right. So I can't even see Shador even at all. I just can't. I cannot.
It's not in the conversation for me.
For me, no, I can't do it. And it's even worse when it's your dad that retires your number.
I think it makes it
In the year that you
Horrid.
graduate.
horrid.
In the year that you graduate.
Imagine doing that for a second-round pick, too. That's crazy.
Even if you said something there, even if it's not like to Newton's point, he says it's got to be the AD trying to suck up. Sure, maybe, but to me,
Rashawn Salam didn't get his number retired either. I don't think.
but to me, what's crazy is if I'm Dion and it's not my doing, right, Joey? It's not my doing.
Right.
I don't want this.
Not me.
This is not for me. I'm
Right.
not pushing it. I'm saying, hey man, you're going to be the athletic director for a while. How about you let the kid get drafted, and let's let this thing breathe a little bit, and then you can retire my son's jersey.
Right.
But I necessarily might not want to be the head coach when it happens. I certainly don't want my kid just to compete his pro day, and then we do it. And then Travis Hunter, okay, Heisman Trophy winner, sure. Florida State just now retired Jameis Winston's number. He was a national champion and a Heisman Trophy winner. Like, they just now did it. So I don't know. I think it's crazy. It is crazy. I think it takes, to me personally, I think it takes away from like the aura,
Yeah.
or the
Same.
the luscious
legacy,
legacy of having your number retired, because we'll retire Shador. He was fine at Colorado, of course, but he just graduated.
He was a good player.
He just graduated.
He was a good player. I would even say he was even better than that. He was a very good player. But
At times.
But to retire his number? Get out of here. Marty said, why are retiring college players' numbers anyways? I don't hate that idea.
It's a good question.
I mean,
They've been doing it a long time.
But at some point, like,
You can't
you
retire
can't
everyone's
retire.
number.
Yeah. What are you going to retire? Every Heisman winner's number? Okay, maybe.
Maybe.
Because you're not going to have that many. But
You start losing some real serious numbers.
Yeah.
Like Deion's number's retired.
Yeah.
So 2. I don't know.
Tyler made a good point. USC started this crap of retiring numbers way too fast with Caleb Williams.
He's turned out real great.
Crazy to me.
You're right, though.
Clayton said, yes, he did. It took 18-ish years, which is ridiculous, but his number is retired. Talking about Rashawn Salam. I think was that after he passed that happened, Clayton?
Jared Scott, Nico Whistle playoff quarterback at Tennessee, retire the number.
Retire it. You should be gone at least 5 years. Just what Travis Smith said. I agree. I feel like jersey retirements are to sell tickets. They're trying to strike when the money iron is hot.
Let them tell it. They don't need to do that.
Yeah. I like this comment by Clayton. Shador is absolutely insane and takes away from Hunter 100,000%. But Deion does whatever he wants as he changed the entire landscape of the athletic program. He is a god in Boulder, Colorado.
I agree. So to our point, saying that it is absolutely Deion pulling the strings, but it cheapens. That's actually really good. It cheapens Hunter's, which is still 5 to 10 years too early for me.
Yeah. I agree. Cam Wikipedia Cooey says Sal Anis was a quarterback for Colorado who died at 21 due to stomach cancer. Threw for 1,009 yards and 14 touchdowns. Learned something new today.
And we wanted to retire his number?
I think he was kidding.
Oh, wow. That's dark if he was kidding.
I think Clayton was kidding about.
Retiring?
Yeah.
That's still dark.
Clayton's a dark guy. It's okay.
Yeah. Newton said, didn't Deion just get an extension? I have no idea.
I believe he did. Up to.
It was a big number, too, I think.
Yeah, he got up to like 7 million a year, something like that. If I remember right. For 5 more years.
I just think the numbering, like, yeah, signed the 5-year, $54 million extension with the Buffs, keeping him there through 2029.
11 a year, right? 5 for 54, 10.
10.
Yeah.
Increases his base salary to $10 million.
Yeah.
Making him the highest paid coach in the Big 12. Top 10 in the country.
Okay.
Sure.
5-year,
$54 million.
Anything else on?
No, no
I think
offense,
the extension
man.
was for 3 more. I think he had 2
3
left, so
more.
it's 3
Okay,
more.
yeah.
So it's 5 total.
5 total, yeah.
Yeah.
5 for 54.
Yeah. So I think everybody's right on this.
Yep. No, I don't have a whole lot more about Colorado, man. No offense, but that just seems.
Yep.
It almost makes a mockery of retiring the numbers, in my opinion.
It 100% does,
it's-
and I agree with Clayton that it takes away from the guy's number who probably should be retired, and that's Travis
But
Hunter.
you agree that Travis Hunter maybe not yet, though.
No. I 100% agree.
Okay.
Whoever said 5 years, I'm with that. Give me 5. 5 to 10.
Yeah.
See what he does in the league. I don't know. Just my thought.
Yeah, no one agrees with that, Dad. Dad says Sanders play. My dad says Sanders plays at 2 years and has a 13-12 record, and we retire his jersey. Yeah.
All right, let's go to Florida spring game.
Yeah, I'm gonna read Newton's comment.
Okay.
Though. FSU's next head coach, Deion Sanders, with the heart, hands.
Yeah, I'm with Clayton and Mr. Marty in terms of why to retire college kids' jerseys. I agree.
Single it up, Brody.
I got you. I don't know if I want to be honest.
I just pushed that top right button. There we go. Look at you. You look great.
Thanks with my Gator flag in the background. Speaking of Gators, my guy Josh McCardle is the man. Best barber in town, best barber in Florida, best barber in the country, best barber in the nation, the world, the galaxy. I don't know, everywhere. Big Gator fan, but he's a phenomenal barber. Truly one of the best humans that I know. Just as a general statement, like a person, he's one of the better people I've ever met. Truly a jack of all trades, and I'm always excited to go get my hair cut when I go see Josh McCardle at Josh's Barbershop. And putting you back on here. And just go see my guy. Trust me on this one. Trust Chris on this one. We've been saying it for years. This isn't something new. Go see Josh. I promise you will never be disappointed in it. Just go see him. Give him a text, 386-247-1430, 386-247-1430. Text him right now and be like, Josh, listen to Front Porch Sitting. You need to get on the schedule. Those guys said you're the greatest of all time. And he'll get you the schedule, and then you can see for yourself. I promise you'll be proven. I will be proven correct.
Yep. Very confident in that.
Yep. One quick thing of note, Chris, before we get to Florida spring game is I did talk to Jordan Talley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sitters.
And he said he would absolutely love to come on. So we're working on dates. We'll have that squared away here in the next week or so. He's going to get back with me, and we will have Jordan Talley, national champion basketball coach at the University of Florida, on Front Porch Sitting.
I'm gonna go
relatively soon.
I'm gonna go ahead and call it. That's gonna be one of my favorite interviews that we've ever done.
I agree.
He is as charismatic and good at his job at as high of a level as we've had in quite some time.
I was gonna ask who your favorite interview has been, but I'm not
will
gonna
not do that.
I'm not.
No,
We're not doing that.
I
We're
will
not
not
doing
do
that.
that.
Me and you can talk about that.
Yes.
When the cameras are.
I
and
feel
microphones
so
are on.
confident. I feel so confident that it's going to be like, man, I just can't wait. I'm actually fired up about that.
100%. because I know the type of human being that he is too.
Yes.
Like, and to obviously to see what he does and the fire that he has for coaching basketball.
I need to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he's a coach's coach type of guy. Like, sitters, whenever we make the announcement, be sure don't miss it. Oh, yeah, Chav.
Clayton said, elite guest, love Tally, one of the greatest dudes around. Travis said it was my time on the show. That was his favorite moment.
It was a fun night.
Clayton talking about, I think Dion. Yeah, head delegator. Dion doesn't coach X's and O's. He's the brand that gets you there, and then the entire Pro Football Hall of Fame coaches groups. Yeah, I mean, he's done
a good job of hiring.
Absolutely.
And names, anyways.
Right, yeah, 100%.
They've done it at a high level. You can't take it.
Anthony said 1,000% there for that one.
We'll let you know a date. You might be the one making the graphics, sir.
No, I don't think there's no might to it. That's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, he's pretty
it's
good.
A done deal.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
No, okay. Everybody's I'm trying to help. I'm gonna
forget
try
about
to help.
Chris and Joey. we bring on a national champion, and now we got people want to be in the building. We
Yeah.
sell tickets. Want to sell tickets, Joey?
It's a great idea.
That would be kind of exclusive. Front porch after dark could be a thing that night.
We can sell tickets for that.
Everybody been wanting a Patreon after dark. We'll unplug the cameras, and we'll have a conversation. That'd be hey, if you're interested.
That's happening.
Let's
We're
do
gonna make that happen.
All right.
Serious talk.
Yes.
Tyler,
massive,
yes,
though.
we will get with you.
We need. No, he don't have to pay. We'll pay his ticket. We'll pay you're here.
Yeah.
We're not having any technical difficulties.
No.
With Tally's account.
Honestly, you didn't have a choice in this. You were going to be here regardless. So I'm glad you offered the help.
Yeah.
But I would have literally drove to your house, kidnapped you, and brought you here and made you do this.
Yeah, we told the police to wait in the yard for the kidnapping. But
yeah. That's fine. They would understand. Jordan would be here and it'd be fine.
Yeah. Cool. National champion.
National champion. Speaking of that, bro, I showed Benton a video of Walter Clayton going around the doorbells, giving them the Gator chomp, saying "Go Gators" and walking to the next one. Phenomenal. Those dudes can do whatever they want to in Gainesville right now.
Yeah, they're out there.
They are literally doing any and everything.
You know what's funny? Do people know after dark part of the conversation? That whole, the saying, "Gator boy stay hot."
Gator boy stay hot. We're done. We're done here.
Yep.
We've had some unrecorded after dark sessions that were very good.
Better than the pod, probably.
A lot of them seriously were. There's been some
might not have jobs though.
There's been some. Well, that's true, but there's been some really phenomenal, kind of in depth and deep.
We're gonna
discussions.
do it. We'll do it. I mean,
After dark.
we'll do it.
We need to
check the cell phones outside. Combo.
You know I think the best times we've had has been talking about coaching with coaches.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite ones.
By far.
Yeah.
Like not being politically correct and just like truly saying how things are and how to combat that and all that.
Yeah.
It's been
exactly. It hasn't necessarily been bad.
No.
Just like the language may not be like user friendly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's not like bad stuff.
No.
Just
Yeah.
We curse a little. We curse more than we curse on here.
Right. I think that's
all it is.
I think that's the biggest issue.
I don't want people getting the wrong idea.
Yeah, no.
We say Twitter after dark or
Front Porch After Dark. It's not about like.
No, it's
the same things we talk about. Just
not safe for work.
Right.
That's all.
That's it.
We just curse a little more.
All right, spring game, Florida. Florida played a spring game on Saturday. I obviously didn't watch it because it wasn't anywhere. I did not go because I had things to do. So I got to read other people's recaps and see a few highlights here and there.
And tell me what it does. What we got?
Dallas Wilson's apparently the GOAT.
Somebody said he is y'all's Jeremiah Smith.
I did see that. I'm not sure if I'm going to go that far just yet.
That's lofty. Where's Mention? Mention was on that.
I'm going to wait and see
James.
James. I'm going to wait and see for sure on Dallas Wilson whenever he's going against all ones. We'll see how that goes. I do like him. I think he's good. I think he ran the few plays that I was able to see. I think he runs good routes. I think he's got good body control. Hands are good. He's a big kid. He's fast. He's got all the tools. So I do think that he's got a chance to be really, really successful. There's got to be certain things that happen, like Billy Napier get out of the way. But as long as that happens, I think the kid's going to be really good. Other things, and Anthony just mentioned it. Jaden Robinson is going to be pretty good, huh? Yeah, he is. Columbia kids don't bust. We got that text.
Dog.
From people, and
dog. Alpha dog.
Did they get the right number of folks on special teams? They're still working on that, so they didn't do any special teams on
No,
Saturday.
they got our boy Bicknell there.
Kaysen is there.
He's the special teams guy.
One of them.
Not coordinator, assistant.
Yeah. I will tell you that there's a lot of guys that look good, especially in the running back room. Jaden Ball, Jacoby Jackson. Those
24
guys,
is Jackson 24.
Yeah, Jackson's 24. Yeah. Those guys look good. I thought the offensive line looked really good. I think there was some. Not all the D line played for various reasons or whatever, but I really like where Florida's at. I think the roster compilation is very, very good. I just need Napier to make sure that he's very, very good.
So 6.5, you hate that number, or you love that number? You're going over 6.5.
I would go over 6.5. I mean, they won. They went over that last year, and I don't think they get worse from here.
I agree.
So I do like that number. But I know the I actually watched the thing with Jaden Ball. He was mic'd up, and he said at one point he said, "Bro, we're gonna have really good linebackers this year. Like our linebacker play is gonna be elite."
Oh yeah, they're really good.
That was his quote about Florida's linebackers.
Yeah, no,
and he sees them every day.
Yeah.
So
no, they're really good.
Yeah, so excited about that.
So let's talk. Let's pause here for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm in.
So spring games are like dying. It's like done.
It's almost dead.
No, yeah. I mean, Florida is one of the very few people that did it. I think there's like 19 programs in the country that had a spring game.
That's
like
crazy.
a true spring game.
Right.
19.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say this. So what I've been looking at, I've been looking down.
And nobody had them broadcasted anywhere.
No, they're not doing that. We're not broadcasting.
No.
You know why we're not broadcasting?
Yeah, because we don't want anybody to see the portal guys and then see our plays and all that stuff.
The portal window. It's the portal.
Right.
The portal window opens after everybody's spring game.
Well, that's Billy. Billy was talking about it. They asked him about it after the game, and he was talking about how, he could open up the play calling a little bit because there's nobody can see it. So I can run what I want to because nobody's ever going to see it.
Yeah, and the only thing that gets posted is from the Gator social media site, which we control.
Yeah. So we're good as far as that goes.
Yeah.
But like you said, the portal is yeah.
So Sark, Eli Drinkowitz from Missouri said, I think Sark is right on. He's played 30 games in 2 years. There's only so many hits each person's body has. You think about Texas, they've playoffs we can't keep beating on these kids this way.
That's true.
You think about how when they played, and when their season ended, those teams in the final few games, they ended in end of January.
Yeah.
Their off-season conditioning starts in February or March. They're in spring football in March, y'all. Mm-hmm. So that's literally a year-round program. You cannot do that. The bodies will fail. You cannot do it. So you have to scale back spring ball. Spring ball is, mark my words, spring ball will be like a glorified non-contact period for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
To allow their bodies to recover. Especially for the elite of the elite.
Yeah.
They cannot keep beating on these kids 12 months a year. It's not intended to be that sport. People are bigger, stronger, and faster now. It just cannot happen, man. It cannot happen. And there's so many more. Well, let's see. Dabo Sweeney. Canceling the spring game ain't gonna stop tampering. Dabo Sweeney said that.
Yeah, Trav said Clemson is still strong with it. They ain't getting rid of it.
Kenny Dillingham said he's not concerned about players being poached because his philosophy is to support kids leaving if they don't want to be here.
I mean, he said that.
Yeah. If a kid doesn't want to be here, I don't want to trick them to be here, Dillingham said. So a little bit different here than other places. But there's a whole bunch of
I was going to say that's from previous though, right? Or did he say that again?
No, he said that again. Double down.
He doubled down on it.
Yeah.
Cool. Trav said Billy opening up the playbook. That doesn't go together. They hired a new OC again.
For the third, did?
Yeah, for the third year. Same guy.
Is a title?
He does have the title, but I swear I'm telling you they've hired him twice already. For the same
tall
position.
guy, right?
Callaway.
The tall guy?
Yeah.
He's the quarterback coach?
I think he was the tight ends coach. I could be wrong.
Oh, tight ends coach. You never want to be a tight ends coach.
I might be wrong on that.
You coach one position at a time, which means, AKA, you're on your way out if you can't recruit.
Pretty sure that's who it was. I might be wrong. I can't remember. I'm getting old, man.
Sorry,
got,
bro.
got a lot of things on my mind right now. Trying to get playoff baseball going. All that fun stuff. Jared said, are some programs going away from spring games to keep kids from seeing where they are, where they would fall on the depth chart? I think that's part of it.
I don't think so. I think they know. I think they know where they're at.
Yeah, but
Russ Callaway.
yeah, Callaway. That's what I thought.
What a goof.
Hired him again.
Offensive coordinator, tight ends coach. You nailed it.
Win total, this is Luke. Win total depends on DJ's shoulder.
Ooh.
He needed a whole offseason, but with the injury and not throwing, we will see how far that sets him back.
Do we want to talk about that?
We can.
There's something there.
Depends on who you talk to, man.
Trav, you were there. Did you see Lagway throw the ball? I didn't go, but I've heard from some of those guys. I think Lagway this is a big year for him, obviously. Mm-hmm. No sophomore slump. And I think he's an elite talent. Talent. Has to stay healthy, though.
Has to.
Soft tissue, hamstring, that's tough.
Right.
Like, that's a nagging injury. Like, so I don't really knock him on that. Like,
right. Yeah.
That shouldn't show up.
And he only missed 1 week with that.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. You didn't go. Oh my God.
He's not really an injury. Like, Richardson was an injury-prone guy.
His whole
sophomore
life.
year of high school. I don't know about freshman year, but I know sophomore, junior, senior year of high school, he never finished any of them. Never completed every game. Didn't happen.
I agree.
Didn't happen whenever he was at Florida. Hasn't happened when he's at Indianapolis. There's a trend.
You've heard this, though. By all accounts, Lagway has not thrown the ball. How about this? Can we say this? He has not thrown the ball as much as you would want your one to throw the ball.
Yes.
They have protected the arm.
I can confidently say that.
I feel extremely confident.
He definitely didn't. He didn't throw it on Saturday.
No, Trav, not the spring game. We all
practice.
went to Florida, the clinic. I think you went. I'm almost certain you went.
I thought he said he was
probably
going.
didn't watch. Travis might have been in the Connell Center already, honestly. I love Travis Smith. That's a gem right there. That guy's a national treasure.
He really is.
But he's not healthy with the shoulder and the arm. Do you think he is? There's too much
I don't
smoke.
think he's.
There's just too much smoke.
I don't think it's what everybody else thinks. Not everybody. I don't think it's what people are pretending it is.
They're saying labrum. You don't think it's labrum?
I don't.
I mean, for the kids' sake, I hope not.
I think, quote, he's okay. He's good to go.
They're protecting him, though, right now.
I think they're trying to find a real backup because they didn't have one of those last year. I think that's part of it. I do think I don't
like that. If that's the case, I don't like that. As a matter of fact, if that's the case, I hate that.
I think there's something to it with the shoulder.
There has to be.
I don't think it was like nothing. Okay, he could throw if we wanted him to.
Right.
And I do think he could have.
They're not going through spring saying, there's no way. There's no. I know you're not saying it. I want you to clear it. There's no way they're going through spring saying, we've got to go find a backup. No. Lagway doesn't need the reps with the ones for the chemistry.
Right. They're not saying that. But once the shoulder injury came up, or not injury, it's not an injury. Once the situation came up to where it's like, I mean, you've played baseball your whole life.
Yeah, oh my
God.
There's
been times where your arm just doesn't feel right.
It's dead.
It's dead arm.
Yeah. No, that's a real thing.
Right.
Dead arm. And there ain't no real injury.
And so what you do is
it's
you go,
just dead.
Cool. I'm going to let it hang by my side for a little while. Okay. So that's where we are. It's not what they're calling it. They're calling it all kinds of things. He's injured. He's not injured. He's fine. He's going to be fine. He's going to play I can't say every, but he will start the year.
Don't jinx that, man.
No, he will start the year being okay with a shoulder injury. There will be no injury. He will be fine come fall.
I don't want that kid to be hurt. I want that to be the truth.
Yes.
Because that is a generational type of talent.
I think that he has the ability to be that.
He is.
I do think that once they found that out, they were like, okay, well, let's focus our attention on these two people to try to see who the better one is out of these two people. I think that's where that. I didn't mean to say like they're like, hey,
I gotcha.
DJ, kick rocks. We don't need you right now.
We know you're the one.
Yeah, we're gonna.
You don't
need
any timing. You don't need any coverages. You don't need any throws. No, it's like, hey, there may be something here, right? let's not push this thing. Let's give this time to breathe and work. Right? We agree with that?
Yeah, we do. That dang Trav.
Well, my boy needs to come hang out more, man.
I agree.
They ain't that far away. Trav said I want him to be good so that we can finally admit that Billy ain't the guy.
I don't think anybody's had a problem admitting that.
That's been pretty common.
Yep. Outside of that, spring game stuff, I think we're good there. Florida State did not have one. Miami had a something. Did you see any of that?
Nah, don't care.
It was on like a miniature practice field, which I know that's all they have
That's what
down
they
there.
do.
Yeah, they only have miniature stuff down there. It's actually weird. Miami's a weird program.
It's weird. It is weird. No, I mean, by all accounts, Florida State's they're a little bit banged up in the trenches, man. I'll say that. They're banged up in the trenches, and I don't know what to expect. So, you know what? It's a mystery. It won't be worse than last year. They'll win more than 2 games.
Strong statement. Strong statement.
Confident. You heard it here first.
Luke said that should worry fans though, because he had serious deficiencies last year that this offseason would have helped with. We will see this year. I agree. I think that some of it is timing. Some of it is short and medium accuracy. But
he did miss. Yeah, that's a good point.
He did miss throws that he should not have missed.
Now
he made throws that he should not have made too.
Oh, boy, did he!
But
there were the longer versions too.
Anytime that he was running for his life or scrambling or in a weird situation, every throw was on the money.
Yeah,
when he had a clean pocket and a 9-yard throw.
When that guy was working to his left, throwing back across his body.
So good.
What? How in the hell are you doing that?
But he was good at it.
All the time.
Never. He didn't miss much.
No, never.
But in a clean pocket, about 50%.
Yeah, let him
go 50-50.
Yeah, just rush 3.
That's it.
That's
it.
There, baby.
We just gave you the
there
formula right there.
That's the formula.
That's it. Anything else? We could talk about the Masters and Rory if you want to for a minute.
It's 10:30, huh?
I know it is 10:30. We've been going for I don't know how long.
Over an hour, but because we had the
we had
15-minute debacle on the front.
Oh, right here, an hour and 11 minutes and 47 seconds.
Yeah, I think we may. You want to hold the Masters? I know it's like recent, but we can touch on it and talk on it a little bit more.
There's not much to talk about. Rory won. He choked, and then he still won because everybody else choked too.
Yeah, everybody choked.
Pretty much the end.
DeChambeau had an opportunity.
It was fun to watch. I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, I was set up a slide. I can't hold you.
But there's not two people that I really don't like more than Rory McIlroy and Justin Rose. So like, blah.
Yeah.
Blech.
Yeah. Polecat, baby. You know that's the swing gate.
Oh, good Lord.
Trav, you remember whenever that hey, Trav, do you remember man, all I gotta do is recruit, Newton. Gosh almighty. Hell, am I the only one?
I think you are, apparently.
No, Benton ain't played. Are we kicking him out?
Benton, I think, played already tonight.
He did?
He said he was on his way earlier.
When I looked earlier, he had not played or recruited. I'll go recruit when I get home, and we'll advance.
He said it'll be advanced before.
Trav, do you remember the time that there was a high school team in this area that ran polecat swinging gate from the 50?
What?
All my life it happened. It'll be done. We'll advance tonight then, Newton. As soon as I get done here. Trav, you remember that?
Good Lord.
Oh.
All right. We're
No,
good.
like real high school coaches did that. That actually happened for like 3 series in a row. Swing a gate.
Front porch after dark.
Center, quarterback, the entire offensive line offset at the numbers. There it is. Trav said it. Base part of their offense. Insane. Didn't work. Union County Tigers up top. Big.
Front porch after dark. That's going to be it for tonight's Sitters.
Get me
This
outta
has
here
been
before I hurt.
Joey Edge along with Chris Martinez, and we are Front Porch Sitting. See you next time, Sitters.
Woo!
Lasers for likes.